Welcome to another broadcast of the Infidel, the news for all of us who have supposedly chosen hell over heaven, the news for the damned. We'd like to start this week's news with the following comment. Last Thursday we ran a story regarding a supposed Muslim judge who heard a case involving an atheist and a Muslim. The atheist, Mr. Ernest Purst, claimed that he was attacked by the Muslim because he was dressed as a zombie Muhammad during a Halloween parade that took place in 2011. While he reprimanded Mr. Purst, the judge said, "I'm a Muslim and I find it offensive." However, it can and has been debated at length in our comments section that he actually said, "I'm not a Muslim and I find it offensive." In an interview following the court hearing, the judge said that he wasn't a Muslim but a Christian. Had he not said while in court that he was not a Muslim, he could have thrown the book at Mr. Purst for altering the audio or claiming he had never made such a comment. As for the Infidel, we reported the news based on the facts and the material we had at our disposition. Both Mr. Purst's version of the story and the judge's decision were presented. We're sorry if anybody was led to believe that our intentions were nefarious in any way, shape, or form. We can honestly and sincerely say that it was never our intention to do such a thing. Had it been our intention to defame the judge, we would have left out the part that makes Mr. Purst look bad. A cold wind blows over the pits of hell. Has God spoken to Pat Robertson, or has the Holy Spirit visited him while he was looking the other way? One thing's for certain, quite a few viewers of the 700 Club must have fallen off their chairs last week when the famous pastor expressed the opinion that marijuana should be legalized and treated just like alcohol. He said, quote, "I've never used marijuana and I don't intend to, but it's just one of those things that I think this war on drugs just hasn't succeeded." End quote. Although some might be tempted to think it was a one-time slip of the tongue, Pat Robertson expanded on the topic in a following episode. This time that he said that legalizing pot would help bring down soaring rates of incarceration and reduce the social and financial burden on America. People who support the idea of overhauling drug laws hope that Mr. Robertson's new position may help sway people at the right end of the political spectrum. The president of Afghanistan, Hamid Karzai, has recently endorsed a document that would bring about a strict Islamic code that allows men to beat their wives under certain conditions. This code of conduct had been issued by religious clerics who claim that women should not go out without a man accompanying them and that they should not mingle with men in public places like schools, markets, and offices. As for wife beating, it will be prohibited unless there are Sharia-compliant reasons. Most observers believe the move was an attempt to reach out to the Taliban and appease the extremist sect before the departure of the NATO troops in 2014. Before the Taliban was overthrown, women were not allowed to go to school and were forced to wear full-body burqas that concealed them from head to toe. It should be noted that Hamid Karzai's move goes against the new constitution that was put in place following the American invasion in 2001. The Afghan Constitution states that men and women have equal rights under the law. The Mormon Church makes news yet again. Regular followers of the Infidel will remember that we have mentioned a few times the controversy regarding the Mormon practice of posthumously baptizing Holocaust victims and notable Jews. In an effort to put an end to this practice, church officials have placed some kind of firewall in their database preventing anybody from accessing Jewish names. But far from calming their critics, many are now claiming that the changes are only meant to block anybody from finding out if the practice is continuing or not. According to Jewish genealogist Gary Makatoff, preventing public access to the record of Jews gives people the illusion that the Mormons have something to hide. Over the last few weeks, Jewish researcher Helen Radke has discovered that famous people such as Simon Wiesenthal, Anne Frank, and Wall Street Journal reporter Daniel Pearl have all been posthumously baptized into the Mormon Church. And now she does not feel at all confident that the new system will change matters. She's been quoted in various media sources as saying that she doesn't believe for 5 minutes that Mormons are going to stop baptizing Jewish Holocaust victims. That's all the news for today. Come back to us on Wednesday for more news for the damned.